All right. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live for another episode of Daniel's Dan. Have some great content to share. We are very excited about what's going on in Gold Standard Partners, but I want to share tonight a little bit about that pyramid scheme. I know that phrase has been thrown around a lot, and to be brutally honest, hey, let's just shed some light on it and let's face it straight up, right? And you know what? In life, there's always a negative and a positive charge. And I'm definitely going to grab and cultivate some of those negative charges and just help us supercharge the positive, right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to definitely pull in some great information and share some great content, right? So right out the jump, let's go ahead and jump into some great content. And then we're going to talk about that pyramid scheme right after we hear an audio from the great Tony Robbins. So thank you everybody for joining. I know we have people on YouTube, on Twitter, and also on Facebook as I am kind of simulcasting, right? So everybody under the sound of my voice, definitely share this great content out. We're going to go ahead and dispel some things that are inaccurate, but then also too, I mean, everything we need to have a discussion about it so that we can gain an understanding of things as opposed to having our own opinions. Let's go ahead and grab some facts, okay? So here's an audio from Mr. Tony Robbins walking you through some great content. So we'll go ahead and get
Tony Robbins,
Great to see you.
how are you?
I'm doing awesome. How about you?
I'm doing good. I know you are in the midst of a crazy schedule and took a little time out from your business mastery event you're doing here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Congratulations on what you do with that. I have so many friends that have raved about that program for years.
I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah, but thank you for taking the time. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and our audience here inside of the network marketing space,
Yes.
they're passionate about becoming professionals inside of this space, taking their skills to another level. They believe, as I believe, that for the average person, it's just a great option for someone to take charge of their life and become an entrepreneur without a lot of the risks that are typically associated with becoming an entrepreneur. You've been around a long time. You've seen a lot of different things. What are your thoughts about network marketing in general? And what is your thoughts about the decision that people can make to become entrepreneurs using it?
Well, it's interesting. I'm doing this program right now, and I got a room, a couple thousand people from 44 countries. They're all business owners. Some of them are businesses that are approaching $1 billion. Some of them haven't even started yet, right? They're just picking their business. So it's really variety. And one of my goals in that event is to actually get people to not go in business. And the reason it sounds horrible is someone spends $10,000 to come to an event. I told them up front, some of you are not made for this because to run a business requires a certain natural capacity, a nature, if you would, besides skills that you learn. And it's the ability to handle risk. It's the ability to handle stress. It's the ability to do a lot of different things. And you have to be able to manage finance. Most people, they have some of those skills. And that's why every year, 50% of businesses that start are out of business. You look at over any, 5-year period of time, 80% are out of business. And over a 10-year period of time, only 4% make it. Now, make it doesn't mean that they're making any money. Right? That just means they're still standing. 96% fail, and after 10 years, you're set, right? No. Look at the Lehman Brothers, right? Around for a century. They did combined $1 trillion in revenue over that century, and they're gone. So the world, technology changes, products and services changes. It's so competitive. So to really be successful, it's a really unique situation. What's beautiful about network marketing is you get all the benefits of being an owner, but you don't have to be worrying about supply chain. You have to be worried about accounting, especially in the world we're in today. I mean, network marketing used to be a little bit more different, but today with technology, You can know what's happening in real time. The companies have already set up the software, they know when it happens. So it's really picking the right company, and there's a lot of great companies in that area. And it's really realizing that you're really a value creator. If you can go out and add value to other people's lives, if you can just introduce people to a product or a service that a company you represent that truly is extraordinary, some products and services can't just be thrown up on Amazon. They need the story to be told. And if you found a product or service of that nature and you got a company that has a generous schedule of being able to reward you, and then you begin to get leverage where it's not just you, where you've multiplied your efforts to other people, then you get all the benefits of being a business owner without all the headaches and without the same level of risk. And so I think network marketing is amazing. Now, network marketing has a mixed reputation. And we all know that, right? In the marketplace. And anybody goes out, well, what are you doing? That's why you got to own yourself as a professional. I think that's why I'm supportive of what you do, because you're not just pumping people up, you're giving people real skill sets to be a pro. If you're a dabbler in anything, you're not going to succeed. So I don't think you should have the delusion that network marketing is the way to get rich if you're just going to try it. This is something you got to commit to and say, this is my profession. I'm going to be better than anybody else in this area. I'm going to get the skills and the ability, and I'm going to hone my talents, and I'm going to build my teams, and I'm going to constantly get better. But I don't have to take the risks of starting a business traditionally, and I don't have to be good at all those things that make it so hard for the vast majority of humans never to be able to succeed. And again, in this business, you don't have to wait to start making money. You don't have to hope that you can cover all that overhead. That overhead's being covered by the company. So I'm a big fan of network marketing, always have been. And I think the real thing is making sure you pick the right company and that you continue to grow your skill sets.
The constant never-ending improvement, what you've talked about for forever.
That's correct.
Right? This concept that you're always going to be getting better at your skills, you're always going to be getting better at your mindset, you're always going to be getting better at how you communicate with your groups, how you're building teams.
Yeah. The challenge is people get into something, anything, and in the beginning it's exciting. I mean, of course it's exciting. You join this new company, you have this new opportunity, you get a new relationship, even a new job is exciting in the beginning, but then there's the law of familiarity. If you get around anything enough, you start to take it just a little bit for granted. And you just can't do that with your own business. And that's really what network marketing is, your own business. You got to say, this is never ending improvement for me. And I'm hooked. I'm hooked on this idea that I can get better and better. My income is not limited by my time because I can now produce results to other people as well. And I don't have to spend my time doing things I really don't want to do, like accounting and shipping and all those other elements. So I think if anybody's listening to this and they're on the edge, if you're on the edge, don't do it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like step up. If you can't step up, it's the wrong thing for you. But network marketing makes it the easiest that I know of to step up if you become a pro.
Ooh, so you just laid it all out right there. Step up. If you can't step up, don't worry about it. Stay in the background. But that's just some great points. There's so many good points that Tony Robbins just laid out there, right? So for everybody on the sound of my voice, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel Higgins once again, husband, father of two amazing boys. Now I'm going to take a perspective. I have a degree in business management. So I took a lot of time to gather that degree, about 4 years, right? So my point of view about this topic is going to come from that experience of learning about business organizations and things of that nature. So as we discuss that pyramid scheme, we already had some enlightenment from Tony Robbins. And let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you here. So once again, I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach to this because I'm approaching it from my business management background, right? So let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit more, right? So there's a lot of different ways to view this information, and there's a lot of different points of view, right? But what I'm going to boil it down to right now is we're going to talk about some key facts about what's going on in this amazing industry. And then also we're going to go ahead and just jump in and talk about, well, let's just go ahead and jump in right now. So, business organizations are structured a certain way, and they're called the organizational chart, right? So that's what those structures are called, an organizational chart, right? So this is one of those organizational charts, right? Now you're probably not familiar with this one, or this one's not as popular, right? So this one's called a matrix organization, right? Now there is some inherent things that's a challenge with this type of business structure. Okay, so this organizational chart, you notice you see the president, and then you see director of productions, a lot of different VPs, right? So you got VPs of finance, marketing, you got different departments, right? Now the reason why you don't see this type of organizational chart, this is called a matrix organizational chart, right? The reason why you don't see this very often is because in this type of chart, there's a lot of people that have access to the president. And there's a disadvantage with that because, of course, the president has certain roles and responsibilities that they want to focus in on, right? So this organizational chart has some disadvantages in it because the access to the president is a little bit too open, right? So sometimes a lot of businesses can't function effectively and efficiently with this type of structure. So you don't see this a lot. Okay, very, very, very few leaders can pull this off because there's such a demand and such a pull on the president, and that person, he or she, may be distracted from other responsibilities from moving forward, right? And then also too, another layer of that is if they don't develop their leadership strong enough, they will be bombarded with a lot of things that maybe they wouldn't be able to handle, right? So that's one type of organizational structure. There's so many different organizational charts, but this one is the second most used one, but the one we know the most is the hierarchy, right? So this is a hierarchical chart. And as you notice, it's shaped like a pyramid. So it's really funny to me because, of course, this is an organizational chart, but this is actually a pyramid. This is exactly what people are describing when they say things like only the people at the top make the money. When people say those kind of phrases, they are actually describing a normal business organization, and they're describing it right. Because I'm going to go over some stats and facts with you that are straight from this amazing book. And I've been reading this book multiple times, and I've been encouraging a lot of people to read and get this book called Fake by Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. So just three amazing quotes from that book, you'll understand that, yes, this is the pyramid scheme. So we're going to talk about the pyramid scheme. It's the normal hierarchical organizational chart that almost everyone is a part of right now as an employee. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? Because we're going to talk about it. We're going to face it. Okay? So you got the president, you got the vice president, you got the marketing arms, and then you have all the people who come in underneath those people. And guess what? Because of how this is structured, no one can out-earn the person above them, right? No one can out-earn the person that comes in after them. It's impossible. That's how that structure is set up. That's how that structure is designed. Now, in all fairness, this is the best structure for a business. That pyramid scheme is the best structure because, like I mentioned before, that other structure called the matrix organizational chart, it has so many different challenges in it. It makes it very hard for the business to work and be effective and efficient. So organizations use this structure. But what's interesting to me is that so many people have a misconception about referral marketing or multi-level marketing. They tell you, hey, I don't want to get into that pyramid scheme. What they really should be asking themselves is, why are they currently in their current pyramid scheme? Because only the people at the top are going to make the money. I'm going to show you some quotes from that book from Robert Kiyosaki, and it's going to drive those points home. Okay. It absolutely will. Okay. Now, Tony Robbins just said something awesome. He talked about leverage. People are not aware of how to tap into leverage. So because of that, they'll say that they are not interested in referral marketing. But Tony Robbins just said that's the best thing to tap into, because now you have the efforts of multiple people working to assist you and help you. You don't have that in that pyramid scheme called a job with the normal organizational structure. Listen, I'm a business management major. I took a lot of time looking at organizational charts, but guess what? Organization was never really shared during all of my amazing classes where we learned about different organizational charts. They never shared about referral marketing. You can't share what you don't know. So that's why I'm here. I want to educate everybody on the sound of my voice. You're probably currently in that pyramid scheme called a job. You will never out earn the president. You'll never out earn your boss. You'll never out earn your boss's boss. That's the way that structure is set up. Now, to create cash flow, it's all right. We got to do what we got to do, but be fully aware. You're at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage. Use that job to fund your freedom and to fund your dream. But know that only the people at the top make the money in this organizational structure. No one out earns the president. You can't just stroll in and come in as a trainee or an entry-level position and then out earn even an operations manager, or even your supervisor, or even your director of human resources, or even your director of finances, or any of the managerial positions that maybe you didn't qualify for because you didn't have enough education or whatever it is, right? And that's just the truth, right? And that's just the honest truth. So let's go into something a little bit more detailed, right? We looked at this chart. We know that this is the normal organizational structure, and that is the pyramid scheme. It truly is. All right. It truly is. Right. So here is a quote. Let me go ahead and make this bigger. And let me go ahead and move this out the way. So this is from page 151 of the book by Robert Kiyosaki. Once again, let me show you that book so you make sure you know exactly where the source is. This is Robert Kiyosaki's book called Fake. Okay. He talks about fake money, fake teachers, and fake assets. Oh my goodness. You want this book, right? So, and if you can't get the book, you can listen to it on YouTube for free, right? So everybody on YouTube, rejoice, right? So let me read this to you. Point blank, right out the book, page 151. A Walmart employee earning the company's median salary of $19,177 would have to work for more than 1,000 years to earn the $22.2 million that Doug, the company's chief executive, was awarded in 2017. That, my friends, is a pyramid scheme, because you cannot out earn the person who has come in before you, the person who's at the top, right? Now, let's talk about another quote from this amazing book. Here we go. So An employee earning a median salary of $24,406 would need to work for 2,893 years to earn the 70.6 million that the chief executive Michael made last year. All right. And last but not least, let's pull this up because yeah, those incomes are probably a little bit low, right? So let's do one with a reasonable income, right? Something that's more reasonable. At Time Warner, okay, very popular business and organization where the median compensation is relatively handsome at $74,217, an employee earning that much would still need to work for 651 years to earn the 49 million that Jeffrey, the chief executive, earned in just 12 months. Woo, guys, everybody on the sound of my voice, I know it's not fun. You know, but that's the truth. That's the pyramid scheme. The business that we're encouraging you to do, the business that we're encouraging you to join is free to join. And you can start creating income right away. So the concern that people have, they say only the people at the top make the money, right? That's not accurate in what we're doing. We actually have several people who are out earning the person who sponsored them. You know how you can out earn the person who sponsors you and brings you into the business? You can outwork that person. It's impossible to out earn in the pyramid scheme called the job. And that's the truth, right? Now, here's another point. Tony Robbins talked about this, but I'm going to draw it out. I have people tell me once in a while, hey, I don't like multi-level marketing. Now, when they say that, I already know that they are telling me I don't understand leverage, because when they understand, and when anybody understands leverage, you will run to a referral marketing company. You will run to a company that puts you in position to create income without your physical effort, because leverage is a wealth building principle. So when someone tells me I don't like multi-level marketing, they're telling me they don't want to get paid on multiple levels. They only want to get paid by the sweat and the energy of their own effort. So it puts them at a disadvantage. Tony Robbins just talked about a point. He said you can start leveraging other people's effort so that you're not the only person looking to create the income. You're not the only person benefiting in the system, because now you're tapping into a system that's going to benefit you and benefit others. So when I hear somebody say, I don't like MLM, I know that they do not understand leverage. Now, there's different ways to tap into leverage within GS Partners. You don't have to recruit to get leverage in our system called GS Partners. You can leverage your money. You can say, hey, money, go make more money for me. Or you can say, hey, money, go make some money for me. And hey, I just put my money to work and tell other people and have them do the same. That's optional. Everything within this system is optional, right? Now, here's another little myth. Only the people who get in first. No, that's not accurate. Only the people who go to work can get paid. Just like Tony Robbins just said, he said that you need to add value and you need to grow and you need to learn and you need to adapt to get better, to have and hone the skills needed to continue to grow and be successful. So just like he said it, if you say only the people who get in first make the money, that's inaccurate. Only the people who work, only the people who help others create income. Only the people who are willing to assist other people be successful, they become successful. This is such a divine principle. It is amazing to me. I love being within this industry. The more I motivate someone on my team, the more I encourage someone to go and be successful for themselves, is the more income that comes towards us. Woo, man, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those were some of the key things and key points that people talk about when they talk about that pyramid scheme. So I already showed you that graphic. That pyramid scheme is that day-to-day grind and that day-to-day job. And unfortunately, we want you to be aware of that. Don't be down. Don't be depressed. I am, and like I said earlier, I've been exposed, right, to different organizational structures throughout my pursuit of getting my business management degree. And I was never exposed to referral marketing in any of those business classes, because this is not something that's taught in school. You have to go out into the real world and figure out that, hey, that pyramid scheme is the job, but let's go ahead. Let's use that job to finance our freedom, and let's use those finances and move it towards building an actual organization and a business. And I'm telling you right now, another concern that really, really resonates when people say they don't want to do that pyramid scheme is really because they're concerned. They're concerned that this thing is not legal that we're doing. Because once again, we're tapping into leverage. It's not something taught in school. We were taught in school that we needed to work hard. All day, every day, work hard. Right? Don't build a team. Don't work in a group. Don't create leverage. Don't tap into and use a success principle that has made so many people successful. Those informations wasn't shared with us, so we weren't aware of it. So when someone comes around and shares something different, we have an opportunity to grow and change, or we have an opportunity to hold on to our old ideals and our old thought process, right? So I encourage everybody in the sound of my voice, get back with the person sharing this information with you, right? I'll make these last few points as I pull up just a few different pictures to help drive home something, right? So first and foremost, yes, people are also concerned because they're like, hey, is this a legitimate business, right? And of course, there are some businesses that are not legitimate. So I completely understand that concern. So here is a small picture of, or a clear picture of, my GS Lifestyle card. Now, what is the GS Lifestyle card? It's one of the amazing products that we have within GS Partners that allows people to move their cryptocurrency and fiat currency, so normal dollars, digital dollars, and cryptocurrency, right? This is my GS Lifestyle card. You see my name there, and you notice that this vehicle, or the business that we're connected to that's helping us do this, is MasterCard. All right? There's been several people, not just me, that have already acquired this privately issued MasterCard. Last time I checked, MasterCard does a substantial amount of business and revenue every single year. So that's a little bit of credibility for you, because yes, being concerned if a business is legitimate is a valid question. It's a valid concern. But saying it's just that pyramid scheme and sweeping everybody underneath the same rug or category without investigating or finding out details, that would be the disadvantage. You don't want to put yourself at a disadvantage. Now, here's another small part of our, well, this is going to be a big part, a small part of our global ecosystem is our GS Telecom app, okay? We have the world's first app that's available on Apple Play. You see it's on the Apple Store. So you can pause this video. You can go to the Apple Store. You can type in GS Telecom and get that free app. And that app enables you to send completely encrypted communications back and forth. Absolutely no one is peeking in on those communications because it is using absolutely new technology called the blockchain to send that communication back and forth. So that means that Apple has vetted part of our ecosystem. Some more credibility for you is our GS Telecom app is also on Google Play. So you can stop this video, you can go to Google Play, and you can go ahead and type GS Telecom app. You can download that free app. And once again, Google vetted part of our global ecosystem, right? And those are just two of our amazing products. And there's so much more. And you can tap into it by getting back with the person who's sharing this information with you, okay? We talked about that pyramid scheme. We understand it. We know that that pyramid scheme is the job, the day-to-day grind that most people are connected to. And that's all right as long as you don't stay there if your goal is financial freedom. And tapping into Gold Standard Partners is an absolute pathway to help you create additional income because we get paid in real time. Tony Robbins said something amazing. He said that these companies are covering the overhead. These companies put you in position to create income right away because you don't have to spend a lot of money and you don't have to move a lot of money away from you. He said that you can actually see things in real time. Now, here's a benefit to being connected to GS Partners. We get paid in real time. So you don't just see what happens in your back office. You'll have access to that income that you create immediately. All right. Because of us being on the blockchain and because of us being the world's first referral marketing company that actually has its own blockchain, we're meriting to these amazing industries. Woo, you get the benefit of actually being able to get paid in real time. Dr. Dominic Curry says it's at now o'clock that you get paid. So something happens in your back office, it goes through at now o'clock and you get paid at now o'clock. So no more pay days, no more pay weeks, no more pay months. You can have a pay moment. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining this episode of Daniel's Den. We're excited about what we have going on with GS Partners. We want you to connect with us. Tap into a legitimate business called GS Partners, which is part of the referral marketing industry. But more importantly, we are harnessing the technology of the blockchain. We have our own blockchain, and it is doing things that other blockchains were not made to do. Get back with the person sharing this with you right away. If that person is me, you want to get started on y1income.com. That's scrolling right at the bottom. You're seeing this on Facebook. You're seeing this on YouTube. You're seeing this on Periscope, or excuse me, you're seeing this on Twitter. Go ahead, get back with me. Go right to y1income.com and let's go ahead and get you started. All right. So thank you, everybody, on the sound of my voice. I will play this outro of our GS Lifestyle card because I'm telling you, it is so important. And I will encourage everybody on the sound of my voice to join this live event. It's going to be May 1st. And it is going to be, let me go ahead and show you guys the website. So if you want to, you can go ahead and get your tickets at wbwevents.com. All right, wbw.events.com. The gentlemen on this slide have been financially free for several years because they've been tapping into that principle of leverage, okay, and getting paid on multiple levels as opposed to getting paid just for their own personal efforts, okay? So they're tapping into and using those success principles, all right? So the next thing you'll see is a little outro video with the GS Lifestyle card. Get started right away. The GS Lifestyle card is available on the website y1income.com. And the GS Lifestyle card solves so many problems. Our teams in the Bahamas and Trinidad and a lot of different countries around the world and places around the world are using this card to solve so many problems that they have with their global economy, right? Or their local economy, right? So thank you, everybody, under the sound of my voice. We'll see you on the next live stream.
Introducing the most flexible crypto card in the world. 5 traditional currency accounts, including USD, GPB, EUR, CNY, and JPY. Currency exchange rates better than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies with one simple platform. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit and debit card, or crypto proceeds. Spend or withdraw your funds anywhere credit and debit cards are accepted. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 40% discounts on hotel and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery to over 100 countries. Order your GS